Hey, this is Chris at FitBar. Today, I'd like to go over how do you measure your doorway for a doorway pull-up bar. Now, we recommend that you as a consumer, you do this before you buy the bar so that you know it's going to fit when it gets to your house. And we as manufacturers, we'd like you to do that. So you don't have to return it to us and say, hey, it doesn't fit. So let's get right into it. I'm going to measure this on this mock-up behind me. This is mocked up like a standard doorway in a U.S. home on the interior with 2x4 construction. You also have 2x6 construction. Our pull-up bar facilitates that as well. But I'm going to measure this just to show you how it's done. Let's go with the doorway opening itself. It's pretty simple. Just go from side to side. Yep, that's 33 inches. Pretty easy. Now the wall width. Okay. Go from one side to the other. Now notice this opening does not have a door stop. That's typically there with the door. We also don't have a door on this mock-up, but you may have to like project out. But in this case, just measure the width. Now don't include the trim itself. So the trim is measured separately. So anyway, let's measure this. And sure enough, I get 4.5. That makes sense because it's 2x4 construction, which is typically 3.5 inches tall. You add a 1/2 inch either side of drywall, gives you 4.5. All that makes sense. Now, last thing, let's measure the trim. So there's two measurements for the trim. One is the height of it. And here I'm getting about 2 3/4 inches. And the last measurement, which is probably easiest, is the thickness of it. And this is important because if you have really thick trim, you have to be careful because you don't want the pull-up bar actually hitting this. I'm gonna measure it, and I get about 3/4 inch. So from that, you look at the specs and say, hey, is it going to fit? Okay, in our case, yes, absolutely it would fit. So let's try it. Now, when you buy a pull-up bar, there's really two types. One of them, they have a fixed adjustment, which means there's no adjustment, and it's just going to fit however it fits. And then you have one like ours, which has these arms and hole sets. There's actually 4 hole sets in here, and that allows you to bring the arm in or out depending on your wall thickness. Especially if you have thicker walls, it's maybe a load-bearing wall, you're going to have a thicker wall, and so therefore your pull-up bar is going to need to be adjusted. So let's install it. This is already set, so I don't have to adjust that. I'm going to do it backwards first so you can see how it fits in. So it's important you do this. Come around, come through your doorway, you get on your stool here, and you look, see how it's flush against the wall. You know this is not hitting. Pull down, it's solid. You also want to make sure your trim itself, you gotta have good trim. It's not structural, it's aesthetics. But if it's installed properly, it's not rotted, it's not ruined from a bad pull-up bar or pull-up bar that just was under capacity or what have you, or improperly installed, it could damage it. So give it a pull, nice and solid. So again, there you go. The back hooks are in properly. So I'm going to take it down so you can see the front side. Now again, put it in. Check the hooks in the back. Nice and solid, good. Come here. You want to make sure it's centered. Now, most trim, it's flat for a little bit and a lot of it's scalloped. Just want to make sure that the pad is touching the flat part or majority of it. Same on both sides. It's centered. Seems good. Okay. Now, the first thing you want to do before you actually do pull-ups is do a test pull. So keep your feet below you and do a quick pull-up. Yep. Feels solid. There you go. Now you're pretty much ready. And you want to inspect it whenever you go to do your pull-ups. Make sure that nobody moved it on you. This lower bar, this is good for chin-ups. And always keep your feet below you. So there you have it. That's our doorway pull-up bar. And how you would measure either for our bar or anybody's bar. It's important you do that before you buy it. So if you like what you see here, it's on our website, fitbarstrong.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.